Okay, so let's live stream. Let's live stream. Yes, you can see me. Get the volume turned off of this so I can see your comments. Hello, everyone out there in Facebook and YouTube land. It is me, Susan Gerbic from Psychics Explained, here with my sidekick, Imogene, who is here to hang out with me. So it's too early for me to go to bed. I've been painting, got my work clothes on, and yeah, it's a JREF shirt from the amazing meeting. No, it's from a cruise we did, Chupacabra. This is where I met Mark Edward, 2009. It's now got paint on it, so it's too early for me to go to bed. I don't want to get started on anything else right now. The paint is drying in the bathroom. I don't want to get started on a movie or a video or anything like that. Well, I hardly ever watch anything like that. So Imogene had this really good idea, huh, Em? She had this brilliant idea. She says, Susan. She says, Susan. Well, she calls me, I don't know what she calls me. She says, hey, you, come and why don't you pull up one of these videos that you have in your queue that you're going to be evaluating? And I know you haven't looked at it or anything like that, but why don't you just live stream it and see if anybody else shows up and we could talk, hey, where are you going? And we could talk about what it is we're seeing. And so one of the videos that was right there on the top was a Facebook Live video from Lady Phyllis. And I had to think, what is her name? Because I've done so much so many different mediums that I forget. So she was from Operation Dill Pickle. So Lady Phyllis, I have article out on her. I have, I think 6 videos out, and I'm sure she's seen them, or at least knows, because I believe she's blocked me. So I think she knows that everything's happening, what's going on. If I get this feeling I'm about to be attacked here. She won't attack me. She's so sweet. Imogene is 16. Huh. She's 16 years old and she's so delicate. She's just a sweet little princess. Little princess, we call her. And she's loving my new desk assignment in my new office. So she can kind of get to me now. She climbs on one thing and climbs on another thing, climbs on another thing. All right. So I'm not going to gray out anybody. I'm not going to remove people or anything like that, because this is a Facebook Live. So in other words, if people are comfortable enough to have be on her Facebook feed with their names on Facebook, telling their family secrets or whatever for all the world to see, I'm not blocking out their names or anything of the sort. So let's just let them let them sort it out. I've watched about 10 seconds of this at the beginning, and it's 20 minutes long. So we'll start and stop as we feel like we need to. If I just can't handle it anymore, then we'll be done. If Imogene says she's done, well, I guess then we're done. So, all right, let's pull this video up. Let's see. And it's a vertical image, and she's in her home. I've seen this place many times because this is where she was at whenever we did all the other readings in Operation Dill Pickle. Okay, so today is February 3rd, 2025. Hope you guys had a good Groundhog's Day. I went and had some of the best pizza in the world, and it's my local pizza place with a couple people I adore. And I thought to myself, I want to do that for Groundhog's Day, because if it's going to repeat if we're going to have to repeat that every year, I want some of the best food in a couple of the many people I adore. There's lots of people I adore, but these are a couple of them, and spend time with them. And they had the best breadsticks. They were fresh out of the oven. Just, oh, amazing. So then I come home to these beautiful kitty cats here. All right, so Groundhog's Day. I know sometimes it feels like we're stuck there, but all right, Lady Phyllis. And I will put this so that I can see any comments you have. So if you are watching this on YouTube and I'm making some odd comments to people, random people, it's because I'm reading the comments live and just talking about them on my Facebook. And of course, you're all welcome to friend me on Facebook. I don't really have much to hide. She's so cute. Okay, hold on. She doesn't want to sit in my lap. She just wants me to constantly pet her. Yeah, okay. Get your pencils and paper, everybody.
Sorry about that, Lady Phyllis here. So I'm back. My children called. One had to tell me he tested positive for the flu, so that was my message. Once a kid calls more than once, you got to answer that phone. I don't care what you're doing. So I wanted to see how they're feeling, and I responded, and I managed to also take a bite of something special. So again, if you put down your page number, I'll read what's on the page to you and see if it resonates. I'm writing to a friend right now. Because nobody's on yet, so I wanted to write to her. So I think she had written 84, page 84. I think I saw messages that 84. So I'm going to go to page 84 and see if it resonates for her. Page 84 that I was on a minute ago. I am calm and have peace of mind. So Diana, that one's for you. I am calm and I have peace of mind. So I'm going to go back to my Facebook page and see if there were any other ones that I missed. I am calm and I have peace of mind. So I know you weren't feeling great this week. So I think that's really, I'm glad to hear that you're calm and you have peace of mind. I hope that resonates and I hope that's true. Let's see, I have a message. Oh, she said, yeah, 84. So I read it to her, my good buddy, Diana. So I hope you get that message. I hope you see it. So please put down a page number 1 to 366. I'll read what's on that page number, see if it resonates with you. I want to just say again, Missy Kabalakis, I think her name is. She's Me and the Moon Yoga, or she's actually Me and the Moon Wellness. That's the name of. She'll be my guest on the Patreon February 5th, Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30. We have a Patreon that meets once a month. So that's my guest for this month's 3:45 Oh, okay, that's a Kathy. 3:45. 3:45. If I need an answer, the universe will respond. So Kathy, it does feel like it's a female talking from the other side, is saying if you're looking for answers, look for the synchronicities around you. They're leaving you messages. If you need an answer, ask the universe and they will respond. So we have 3:42. I will direct my thoughts if they go in the wrong direction. So Crystal, if you find yourself getting a little caught in a little hamster wheel of getting anxious or whatever, they want you to read, and this feels like it's coming from a male, like a father figure or somebody of that generation. Redirect your thoughts if they're going in the wrong direction. If you feel you're looking at someone and thinking that they did a certain thing, or that you're getting angry at them, they want you to redirect those thoughts. They're not going to go to a good place. They don't want you to go to that place, and they'd rather that you redirect those thoughts, think happy thoughts, or just don't even go in that direction. Doesn't matter. In the end, none of it matters. 201. 201, Isabella, I stand by my beliefs and I'm not ashamed of them. So I don't know who you feel that you have to say that to, but whoever it is on the other side is saying if you believe in something, stand on your beliefs, don't be ashamed of them, you're in the right direction. And I do get somebody is very proud of you. It does feel female, like a grandmother, but somebody's very proud of you. I feel like something's changed in your life, Isabel. I don't know if that's resonating, but like you've almost changed direction, or you're going in a new direction, maybe studying something new. But there's been some kind of a breakthrough for you. That's what I'm feeling. So again, if you put down a page number 1 to 366, I'll read what's on the page. I hope Kathy, Crystal, and Isabella, those messages resonated for you. Again, we're going to have the Patreon. Hi, Nicholas. We have the Patreon Wednesday, the first Wednesday of February, and we will have Me and the Moon Wellness. She helps you heal and grow with the moon, which should be really interesting. The moon does affect, it affects tides, so that's water, and we're made up mostly of water, so you would think that that's got to be important. I'm interested to see what she has to say. My classes are available. Let me tell you what we have. 3 o'clock Wednesday, February 5th. There'll be 5 classes starting Wednesday, February 5th. I'm glad you love your message. I hope it resonated. I love coming on and hoping that you get a message. This way we can reach as many people as you can. If you can't book a reading, at least that holds you over, that you know that they're listening. Oh, okay, I'm glad, Isabella. I'm glad, that these things resonate with you, because not everybody can get a reading. So it's kind of like a mini reading to let you know you're not alone, that they're with you, they walk beside you. I just went for a reading Friday. I'm going through a little bit of a tough time. With the fires in LA, it's affecting my regular business. And you know what? The first thing my husband said to me through the medium was, I'm with you. You're not alone. I know you're going through it, and understand there's light at the end of the tunnel. So just hearing that, people ask, why do I go to a medium? Because I want to make sure I'm hearing the right thing, not just wishful thinking. When I read for you, I just tell you whatever I hear. I've got no skin in the game, so to speak. But anybody can do it. You could take a course. I have one course Wednesday, February 5th. It's going to be 5 sessions. It's an introduction to mediumship. It's a gentle introduction to mediumship. It gets you involved. It gets you noticing what the signs are. It gets you acquainted with what's going on inside and around you, so that you start to recognize that you are getting signs, you are getting messages. And it's a gallery class via Zoom. It meets at 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoons. So it's 5 classes, so it's over by March. And then there's Thursday evening, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, February 6th. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks, Chris. I missed you Thursday. We really missed you. So Thursday, February 6th starts the new class, Mastering Mediumship. That's 10 classes. And by the end of the class, you're going to be reading like Chris, who's my prize student. She's like I'm so proud of her. She took my course. She was the first student I ever had. And she's doing a great job. She's reading people. She's got a group that meets on Fridays where they practice. And I'm so proud of her. She's done a great job. So Chris, if you put up your site, put up your information, people can contact you and see if they want to. Yeah, I really miss. That's my sister-in-law calling. But I want to read page 260. If I don't like something, I can change it. If I don't like something, I can change it. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but if you're going through something and it's pinching you like shoes that don't fit, you can change your shoes and you can change your situation. If you don't like something, change it. So that's page 260. Now,
Oh, if Imogen had left, I would be done by now. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall, sweetie. Wait. Where are you going? Something else. Come here. Anyway, so what do you think so far? I mean, it's almost as bad as somebody who's just been painting in the bathroom and doesn't want to go to bed early and just hopped on and decided to do some readings for you from her books of affirmations, and it's just supposed to resonate with you. Resonate. So, okay, here's what I wrote down. You guys leave in the comments what you think so far. All right, she's got a child sick. That really surprises me that she doesn't know that her kid's going to be sick, and she has to ask him. Why doesn't she just know her kid is sick and how he's doing? One of the things that she said was she read off the name of somebody on Facebook, and it was an unusual last name, which is a reminder to us that if they're hot reading, which she does a form of hot reading, I'll explain in a second, that everybody's Googleable, or like you just click on their Facebook, they're commenting with their Facebook page with their name, and you just click on it, and there you are right on their Facebook page, and you can search it, you can go through it, you can look and see what's new with them. Easy to hot read whenever they're on Facebook with their Facebook page. Like, hey, Lady Phyllis, look at my Facebook page. My gosh. So Lady Phyllis doesn't hot read that I've ever caught her in, like the traditional form of hot reading where you look them up. But as you can see from this reading so far, I mean, this video so far, and if you watch my videos and read about Operation Dill Pickle, what's going on is she tries to make a community, and a lot of the mediums at this level, they have classes, they have students, they encourage a lot of come back and see me, I'll see you later, I'll see you next Thursday for whatever. I go to other mediums. They have this kind of community, and what they do is they get to know each other. Thusly, they get to know what's going on in each person's life, who's died, who they're worried about, who's sick, and so on. So it's very easy to give readings to people once you know them. That makes it pretty easy. You think about your coworkers, and you see them all the time, and you learn their personal lives, and you learn about a lot of their history, especially if you've been with them for a while. And it's not hard to say, I mean, if you're paying attention, it's not so difficult to say, oh, your cousin, here's what I was thinking about your cousin the other day, and here's what I think should happen, and maybe they should try this, and have you ever looked into this or recommend that? You're thinking about their family because they tell you these stories and you get attached to people. These affirmations really get to me because they make it sound like everything's just so easy. And if you just want it to be, what is it, like The Secret, or that kind of, everything will be fine if you just think happy thoughts. She says that, think happy thoughts. In the end, it doesn't really matter. And she said that during Operation Dill Pickle. I remember her using that line also. I think that it does matter to people. And I think thinking happy thoughts is not going to get you out of situations. She talks about the fires in LA and how it's hurting her business. I can't quite understand why it's hurt. Oh, I know why it's hurting her business. They own a limousine company and they started out in New York and in Vegas, and now they're also in LA. So that's what's going on is you can't, if your limousine business is hurting because of the fires, because, who's going to want to rent a limousine? I guess maybe for the Grammys and things like that. But this video is a couple weeks old, I think. It's just been in my files here. And odd, well, it must be from early January, because she knows about the fires. Odd that she didn't know about the fires. Isn't that interesting? So all her business is affected down there in LA. All these deaths, destruction like crazy, and she didn't tell anybody. She didn't warn anybody. Did she? Thanks, Lady Phyllis. That was really helpful. That might have been good. You might have been able to help out a lot of people if you had told people that there was going to be fires in LA, and maybe, I don't know, did something if you're worried about your business. Just can't even imagine. Can't understand why it is these mediums stay in business. Well, okay, I get it. But why do people still go to psychics when they fail all the time? I had somebody on one of my videos for Tyler Henry, and I said Tyler Henry did not warn Nikki Lake that her house is going to burn down. So there's a video and there's an article about that for Skeptical Inquirer I've written. Girl. And somebody in the comments of my video said, oh, I'm going to have to give it to Tyler because he kind of got it right. And if you think about it, and if you spend some time thinking about it, then he's kind of accurate. And I said, well, what good is a psychic reading he's supposed to be making predictions about things? Because he was trying to, Nikki Lake said he predicted her house would burn down, but he didn't. He was talking about a fire in the past, but she saw it as when her house did burn down, that he had predicted it. That's how she remembered it. What good is this kind of information that a psychic is supposedly getting from somewhere if it's only good in retrospect? That after the fact, we can figure out how it must have applied to whatever reading they get. I mean, what good is that? Anybody can say anything at any time. If so, there's going to be an earthquake. I feel that there's going to be an earthquake happening here in California, and it's going to wake people up out of beds. And well, yeah, I'm going to be right. I just don't have to give the date and the time and the location. I just said California. Anyway, this is why we can't have nice things, people. So the moon affects the tides, and we are mostly water, so the moon must affect us. That's why we can't have nice things. I'm telling you. What? Okay. A human body, an ocean. Think about that. A human body, the water in a human body, a giant ocean that has tides. Boy, they're almost the same. I could see why the moon would affect those tides in the water inside us. It's just silly. It's just downright silly. Okay. Her affirmations are for don't be alone. You were not alone. And then she goes on to her here. Look at this cat down. She's pacing back and forth like she wants to get down. Okay, you're down. She's got to be gentle with her. She probably has arthritis. Take my class, give me money. In her case, I don't think of her as somebody who's really wanting money. I mean, of course, she's charging people and everything, but I think she's probably well off. But I guess when you have money, you always want more money, right? And Imogen, And when you have that kind of um okay, so I was talking about money with Lady Phyllis. What I believe, after watching hours of her videos or lots of her videos and making multiple videos of her, is I think that she just wants people to tell her opinion of, more than the money. I think it's the community with her, the leader of that community, is more important to her than having the dollars. I feel like that she's a person who's lonely, even though she does have two boys who call her when they're sick. And she wants to have a feeling of influence over other people. And women are allowing her to give them advice. And that's a personality thing of hers. Now, that's my opinion, just based on all I've watched her videos, and more so than the money. But they really do push these readings. I mean, mediumship classes, where she was pushed into. Well, I don't know. She's pushed into. She started taking mediumship classes, and then became a medium. I think right before the pandemic. I believe so. And so it's only a few years. So she's trying to get more people to go into it, take her classes. Then she has a larger influence. It's like she'll have more people in there. She goes to other mediums. Do you really think she believes this, what she's talking about? I think she thinks that she's got some kind of power of communication with the dead. Whether she has to kind of fudge it sometimes, the ends justify the means kind of thing, where she might have to say, I was really tired, and yeah, of course I did. Yeah, I do know that person, and I just said whatever came to mind. I could see how she sort of believes in what she's doing and thinks she might be helping. That's how I look at it. So no comments on my Facebook page. Well, I didn't warn anybody I was going to be live, and I am in California, and it is 9:30 at night. So most of the world is probably asleep right now. So I wouldn't be expecting people. All right, should we go a little bit further? Let me page in here and see how much further we're going to go. She's just going to keep doing affirmations because, oh, good Lord, I don't think I could go too many affirmations. Let's just pick a random spot towards the end. I don't think I want to go too late. Imogen's left. My other two cats are, well, Hamilton's stretching. So maybe he'll come visit, because I don't really want to do this by myself. All right. I have to feel like you guys are here with me to be able to do these things. So let's try a few more minutes. I'm picking a random spot, and let's see what happens.
58. I cannot control everything. So if somebody feels like their world is spinning out of control, if they feel like they're trying to hold on and it's really tough, what they're saying from the other side, you can't control everything. Let it go. Let it go. We have limited amount of control. Things are going to happen whether we like it or not. So I hope that resonates with somebody. Okay, page 265. I will rise above anger and not let it pull me into its destructive embrace. So if somebody is wrestling with being angry, I feel like there's somebody here who's angry at a sibling. Their sibling wasn't there for them. So if that resonates, let us know. But you have to rise above the anger. Don't let that person control you with anger. But I do feel there's someone on here who's had a problem with a sibling. Underneath it says, joy does not simply happen to us. We have to choose joy and keep choosing it every day. Joy does not simply happen to us. We have to choose joy and keep choosing it every day. And that's by Henri J.M. Nguyen. And that's really important. You have to understand, we have to choose joy. We have to make ourselves happy. You can't depend on someone else to make you happy. And more importantly, you can't make everybody happy. You can't, you can't control other people's happiness. You know, we're not circus acts, and we're not here for entertainment. You know, everybody has to choose joy. Everybody has to choose happiness. So again, if you pick a page number, I'm happy to read it and see if it resonates with you. I'd love to see some of you take my course. You come up every Saturday. I see you here. I know you're interested. See if you could do what I do, and you can. A lot of my students learned, and they're moving on to hang out their own shingles, and they're doing this on their own. I'm so proud of them. And they found their way. Some of them are doing it with songs. Some of them are doing it with objects. Some of them are doing it with dowsing rods. All different ways they're doing it. So anyhow, I'm going to say again, the Patreon will be February 5th. Please sign up for it. It's going to be really interesting. We have someone who deals with the moon, who works with the moon, and we get to see what role the moon plays in our life. Then there's Wednesday, February 6th, and I did this specifically for Europeans. There's a class at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so it's early enough for those folks in Europe. So it's an introduction to mediumship, level 1. It's 10 hours, so it's a 10-hour class, and it's 5 classes total. And the dates are February 5th, 12th, 19th, 26th, March 5th. It's at 3 o'clock, so I hope to see you there. And if you use the promo code LEARN, LEARN 15, you can get 15% off. Thursday, February 6th, 7:30 p.m. I have Mastering Mediumship, the complete series. It's a total of 10 classes. It's February 6th, the 13th, 20th, 27th, March 6th, March 13th, March 20th, March 27th, April 3rd, April 10th. So by April 10th, you'll be finished with the class, and you should be able to see and feel signs. You'll be able to give a reading to somebody. You'll be able to give a rudimentary reading to somebody, and you'll be on your path to do this not only for others, but for yourself as well. So again, if anybody wants to give me a page number, I have 5 more minutes on here, and then I have to leave because I have a reading at 6 o'clock. You can book a reading with me. She booked a reading. I did a group, and she booked a reading with me after she saw me in Thomas John's group. So you go to my website, www.ladyphyllis.com. Book a reading. You can use promo code JAN33 and get 33% off next month. I probably won't be giving as big a discount. And so you can book it now and then not get your reading until April if you so desire. But I hope you book it, and I hope I get to read some of you in person. Well, it would be on a Zoom, but it's a lot of fun. And they end up being joyous experiences. Oh, so anyhow, I'm going to sign off. There is a person at my front door, so I've got to go. It was great seeing everybody. Take care, and see you tomorrow.
Well, sometimes you never know what you're going to hear. Okay, I'm looking this up. I want to know what date this is that this video is from, because she mentioned Thomas John. So I cannot even imagine anybody still. January 28th, 2025. Wow. I find it hard to believe that anyone, anywhere is still associating with Thomas John. That right there tells me that this woman has no idea what she's doing. That how do you not know who Thomas John is and what he's been doing to these to women? And what, oh my gosh. Google him. You don't have to read any of my articles. He's just failing. His everything is just failing on, oh my God. No, he's hot reads. People are furious at him because he sells readings and then he doesn't show up, or he reschedules, he makes excuses at the very last moment. People have rescheduled, they've had to find a babysitter, or they've left work early, or they've taken the day off of work waiting for their call to be able to get a reading. One woman said that um, she rescheduled some surgery she needed to have done because he had canceled and then rescheduled it for a time when she was having surgery. So she had to reschedule her surgery, and then he didn't show up for that. People have years long waiting lists where they paid for the readings and he keeps putting them off and putting them off and putting them off. So that has nothing to do with him hot reading. It's just he's a very bad businessman. But the hot reading stuff, come on. We caught him hot reading Operation Pizza Roll, Operation Onion Ring, where he was reading children as young as 6 years old. He was hot reading them. Well, he was reading their parents' Facebook pages. And we know that because we planted two children on him, and he hot read them. That's Operation Onion Ring. You got to check that out. So yeah, I can't even imagine she's still associating with him. She's got her head in the ground like an ostrich if she's there. Maybe the moon needs to come and help her out with and drag her away from Thomas John. Oh wow, still associating with him. That's like really low level stuff. Anyway, so can you imagine a 10-hour class with her? And they're using dowsing rods now. Oh, pseudoscience out there is incredible. So I thought it might be interesting to see what her prices are. Just thought you might be curious. So, introduction to mediumship, level 1, via Zoom with Lady Phyllis, 5 total classes. There's 10 hours, $150. At $150. So I assume that's all of it for $150. That's a good price, I guess. If you want to have her tell you more stuff about the moon and dowsing rods. And then the other class she has, it's a complete series. It's a gallery class via Zoom, 10 total classes. I don't know how this is any different. Oh, it's 15 hours for $599. So that's a mastering. She's going to show you how to master mediumship. So if you just want the introductory class, it's $150 for 10 hours. Wow, that is a lot of money. So looking around to see her other prices. Emergency online reading. So if you have an emergency reading you need, I need a reading, she can get you in within 2 days. You got to pay more. 30 minutes is $299. So I guess, like, what would you need an emergency reading for? You need to figure out where the will is. You're looking for the password for something. Wow. Emergency for 75 minutes. I can't imagine talking to her for 75 minutes. 2-person group session. You can get the reading within a week. No discounts, no coupons may apply. It's an hour and 15 minutes, $500. Okie dokie. I am in the wrong business here. Hey, she has bulk packages. If you buy more and you save more. Let's see what the discounts are. Oh, hi, Klaus. He says good morning because he lives in Europe. And so it's morning for him. Hello, Klaus. It's good to see you. I'm not all by myself. Woe is me. Okay, so if you buy a bulk package, this is a good discount. 4 30-minute readings for one person, a value of $1,180 via Zoom, you can get for $885. If you buy 4, you get 1 reading free, save $295. No other discounts will apply. And pay off my house. Oh, she has a Patreon. You can go and join her Patreon, and her inner circle. This is where, her little group of people, they talk amongst themselves. They come to all the same readings and so on. $20 a month. And you get read multiple times per year by Phyllis, continuing education on how to be a medium, guest mediums and speakers, I guess like Thomas John. Have fun and talk about the life in the afterlife. Oh, let's have fun. Just be positive. Don't worry about that fire that's coming at your house. Oh, don't worry about the accident. Don't worry about the cancer. Don't worry because it doesn't really matter after all, right? It's all fun and games. And if you aren't, and if your life isn't going well and there's disaster and death and despair happening around you, well, it's your fault because you didn't choose joy. That's really what they're saying. I mean, you can only be so positive. Anyway, all right. I did 45 minutes, which is a long time. My cats are all sleeping off to the side. You can't see them. And I guess it's time for me to go get ready for bed, I guess. Anyway, it's great having you guys as a community. Welcome to all the new people who've joined because of the 2 videos that Floor did about me, which was fantastic. A video as well as an interview. I mean, a video interview, as well as she talked a lot of, she did a video separately. And this is Florio's Phantom Files. And there is just, she's got such a fabulous community there. And people are coming over to my channel, Psychics Explained, and they're saying some very nice things. And I really appreciate it and asking great questions. So welcome if you're coming from that world. I appreciate it. And I hope you can find a community with us as well. So please please share. Should I get a number out of Flim Flam here? James Randi's book. Let's see, what page number should we look at and see if there's an affirmation in here for us. Page 85, I think, is the one that she mentioned first. Let's see what's on page 85 from James Randi's Flim Flam. This happens to be behind me here. Page 85. Well, Into the Air, Junior Birdman. It's a photo of 2 glowing oval objects hovering in the dark of space outside the U.S. spacecraft Gemini, Gemini 7. These were photographed by astronauts Borman and Lovell and snapped up by the tabloids as genuine flying saucers, apparently without any attempt to discover the truth about the assertions that they were vehicles operated by extraterrestrial life. So it's about UFOs. So if that resonates with anybody, about UFOs and Gemini and anything of that sort, leave me a comment. Night, everyone. Great to see you. Take care.